Good day, students. We are going to be concluding our class on conjunction. You remember the last class I explained what conjunctions are, and I taught you what a coordinating conjunction is, what coordinating conjunctions are. I gave you the acronym fanboys, and this stands for F the for, A and, N for no, B for boss, O for all, Y for yet, S for so. So today we are going to be looking at the other two. We will look at the three altogether, yes, so that you know the difference between the three of them. A conjunction is basically a part of speech that connects sentences, phrases, or clauses together. Types of conjunction, we have three of them: coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions. So let's look at these types one after the other, starting with correlative. These correlative conjunctions comes in pairs. That is, it doesn't go alone. You can't just use one alone and leave the other one. If you are using the one, that means that one is no longer doing the work of a correlative conjunction. Might just be doing the work of a conjunction, but no longer correlative. But correlative has to work in pairs. That is, it has to be two, and you use it within the same sentence. You don't use it in two different sentences. You don't say I love my I love both my bags, or my both bags are beautiful, full stop, and you now go to and I love using them, starting another sentence afresh. No, you have to use this part. You have to use the two the same in the same sentence. So let's start with what correlative conjunction is. Correlative conjunctions are simply pairs of conjunctions used in a sentence to join different words or group of words in a sentence together. Don't forget, the emphasis should be in a sentence. They are generally not used to link sentences themselves. Instead, they link two or more words of equal importance. That means you don't even use them to link two sentences together. You use it to link two or more words of equal importance within the sentence itself. So let's look at the examples we have. We have both and. This house is both large and cozy. So you are saying that apart from the house being large, the house is also cozy. Then we also have either or. Either you will eat your dinner or you will go to bed. So you are giving the person the option that, okay, it is either you eat your dinner or you go to bed. Then just as, then so. Just as I love films, so does my brother love sports. So you are saying that the same way you love films, your brother also does what? Loves sports. Neither, no. Is neither employed nor looking for a job. Neither employed nor looking for a job. Then we also have not only but also. Not only will I see your $20, but also raise you $30. Then we have whether or. I'm going to help you whether you like it or not. No sooner than. Then we have hardly when. We have if then. We also have rather than. Should rather play the drums than sing. Then let's now look at the next example. When we look at the next example, we have subordinating conjunctions. This is used to join independent and dependent clause together. You use it to join what? Independent and dependent clause together. Don't forget that another name for your independent clause is your main clause. That is the main clause, the clause that adds complete meaning on its own. It does not need to rely on any other sentence to give its meaning. It stands on its own. That is your independent clause. But when you now talk about dependent, just as the name, you know when you are dependent now, that is you rely on something. As student that you are now, you are still dependent on your parents because you rely on them to give you food, you rely on them to give you shelter, you rely on them to pay your school fees. So you are dependent. So you know what dependence means now. Yes, you have to rely on something. So for dependent clause, that's a clause we call subordinate clause. Subordinate what? Subordinate clause. And I want you to link the two now. Subordinate clause, subordinate conjunction. That means a subordinate clause will make use of a subordinate conjunction. So let's now look at the examples we have right now. After, we are going to try to break the sentences down into two so that you will know the one that is subordinate, the one that is main clause. I don't want to use independent and dependent. Now I want to stick to main clause and subordinate, so that the more I say subordinate, your mind will also go to subordinate conjunction. When I talk about subordinate clause, your mind goes to subordinate conjunction. So after, the first example here we have is after. Soon after moving to London, she got a new job. If we are to break this into two, what we are going to have will be soon after moving to London, she got a new job. Which of the two do you think is the main clause? Okay, I want to believe you believe it is she got a new job, right? Yes, because she got a new job as a complete sentence. It's not relying on anything. But imagine somebody telling you that, oh, soon after moving to London, I'm sure you will ask the person, then what happened? Because the sentence is not complete. So that one is the subordinate clause. And you will see that it's in that subordinate clause that we have what? That we have the conjunction after. Then we also have although. Although he decided to go, although I begged him not to. So let's break this into two too. He decided to go, full stop. Nobody will question, oh, he decided to go. Nobody will question you. But you tell someone that, although I begged him not to, the person will be wondering, you begged him not to do what? Okay, so you are getting it now. So you can see that it is in this subordinate clause. You have your subordinate conjunction. Let me tell you one thing about this subordinate clause, subordinate conjunction. The moment you remove that subordinate clause, you discover that that sentence will be able to stand on its own. But because of the meaning we want to pass across, because we want to show that that sentence is relying on the main clause, we can't remove it. That's where it is. So we have to leave it like that. All we need to do is just learn which one is subordinate and which one is main clause. And the moment we know our subordinate clause, we'll be able to know the subordinate conjunction. Then we also have as. You can go first as you are the oldest. You can go first as you are the oldest. You break that one down into two. We have you can go first. Then we also have as you are the oldest. As soon as I saw her, I knew there was something wrong. You could see your friend, I knew there was something wrong. But the moment you say, as soon as I saw her, I'm sure someone will ask you, what happened when you saw her? As soon as you saw her, what happened? Okay. Then we have because. We can't go to Julia's party. You know that one is even a sentence on its own. Yes, that's the main clause. We can't go to Julia's party. But when you are saying, oh, because we are going away that weekend. Oh, because we are going there, what happened? Oh, that's the reason we can't go to Julia's party. So because we are going away that weekend, that's the subordinate clause. And the subordinating conjunction there is because. Then we also have before. You should always wash your hands before meals. You should always wash your hands. That's the main clause. Before meals is the subordinate clause. And before is the subordinating conjunction. I thought you'd be done by this time. Don't forget we are looking at by the time now. So I thought you'd be done by this time. Then we also have even if. Even if you apologize, she still may not forgive you. Even if you apologize, she still may not forgive you is a sentence on its own. Even if you apologize, that's the subordinate clause. And even if is a clause there. Subordinating conjunction. Then we have even though he left school at 16, he still managed to become prime minister. He still managed to become prime minister is the main clause. Even though he left school at 16 is a subordinate clause. If she hadn't called, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known is the main clause. If she hadn't called is a subordinate, and if is a subordinating conjunction. In case, look at this. In case, you can see that these two words are written separately. So when you're writing it down, please try as much as possible not to write it together. When you talk about in case and fact, write them separately. They are not meant to be together. Bring a map in case you get lost. Bring a map. So your social studies teacher or your social studies teacher, yes, comes into your class and tell you, oh, bring a map. Of course, she has given you a sentence that has complete meaning. But if she tells you, oh, in case you get lost, you'll be wondering, then what do I need? What do I do so I would not get lost? Then now that I live only a few blocks from work, I walk to work and enjoy it. So you can just have I walk to work and enjoy it. You have made a complete sentence. That's the main clause. Now that I live only a few blocks from work, now that I live. So now that is a subordinate conjunction. So let's now look at the last category. The last category is the coordinating conjunctions, which I treated with you yesterday. Coordinating conjunctions are used to link or join two words or phrases that are equally important and complete in terms of grammar when compared with each other or one another. The sentences or words do not depend on anything to give themselves meaning. We have for. For means because, and in addition to, no and not, but, however, or, either, yet, but, so, therefore. So let's quickly rush through this. For, I told her to leave for I was very tired. I told her to leave for I was tired. So you were saying that because I was tired, I told her to leave. Then we have I like football and I like hockey. In addition to liking football, I also like hockey. Yes. Then we also have I have neither done the dishes nor the laundry. I have neither done the dishes. So you are saying that you have not done the laundry. Then we have she's 85 but she still goes swimming every day. She's 85 but she still goes swimming every day. Despite you're saying however the fact that she's 85, she still goes swimming. She must be a very strong person for her to be swimming at that age. Then we also have or, which is either. Then okay, I will eat a hamburger or a hot dog. This is more like an optional. Or I can either go for an hamburger or a hot dog. Then we have yet. The weather was cold, yet bright and sunny. Then so, therefore, it was still painful, so I went to see a doctor. Therefore, more or less like consequence, result of an action. Don't forget that these conjunctions are always placed between two clauses or words that they are joining. These ones, they can join words, they can join phrases, they can join clauses, they can join sentences. They are not limited. They can join two sentences, unlike correlative that you use in a particular sentence. You use the two in a particular sentence. This one can join two sentences together. I hope with all what I've taught today, I hope you now understand the difference between the three of them: coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, and subordinating conjunction. Thank you so much. So I will talk to you in a next class. God bless you and stay home and stay safe. Thank you.